This is game 5 of the, yeah. Okay. Is this game 5? I thought this was another game.
I have to work tomorrow.
This is game 5. All right. What? What do you mean?
No, I said I'm just getting tired.
All right.
That made me
We'll take a nap. Okay. So this is, what opening is this?
Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, close enough. Nimzo Indian. Yeah, close though. Okay. They played a very boring positional strategical line, putting people to sleep. So in this position, black gives up the dark squared bishop, then puts all his pawns on dark squares so that his white square bishop is free. And then you're like, but Ben, white has the 2 bishops. And then Fischer's like, yeah, that bishop's no good. Okay, so white wants to play e4 so the bishop can get out. That's the idea. Mm-hmm. So he played e4, and then e5, like I said. And then they blocked up the center. So these positions are good for white, but this was 1972, so, Okay, so black wants to play knight g6, and like I would. So white played knight h4. Yeah, I don't like that move. Okay, and then Spassky made a move that I think is very anti-positional. Okay, the engine says it's the best move. f4, very aggressive. Okay, now Fischer made a move that's going to confuse you. Now remember, I was yelling at you guys before because you guys are like, wah, doubled pawns, wah, isolated pawns. Remember them? They were doing that? Okay, watch what Fischer does. Knight g6. Look at him mess up his pawns. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, but now the knight's good and the bishop's good. And when I cast, I got the open F file. See? So that's okay. And then black's going to play knight g4 and then queen h4 and all that. So you see how h3 is the computer move? So he played h3. Oh, no, he took. Blunder. He should have played h3. I thought he played h3. Okay, and then Fischer took back. Bishop e3. He defended the pawn. Okay, now, you see all these pawns here? Mm-hmm. Which one does white want to get rid of? Which one's isolated out of all those pawns? All by itself.
The A pawn.
Yeah, so he played a4, and he's going to play a5. Yeah. And then Fischer's like, no, you're not. So that pawn's a weakness. Now, this bishop, that can't do too much. What would Lisa Simpson say? While you're thinking about it, we'll see if they answer.
I don't know what she would.
What would Lisa Simpson say about that bishop?
Let's see what people say.
This guy says I should analyze the game where Fischer didn't show up and got forfeited. While they're thinking about what Lisa Simpson said, what game was that? Which game number did Fischer not show up against Spassky?
I don't know.
Do you guys know? A blockaded bishop is of little value from Tom F51. And then 2. All those answers are correct. Okay, yeah, game 2 he didn't show up. Okay, game 1 or 2. What do you mean game 1 or 2? Game 1 was where he played bishop takes h2. Come on. Okay, so if Spassky played rook b1, that pawn's weak, right? And then bishop d7, putting pressure on that pawn. Rook b2, rook b8 defending his pawn, doubling up on the bubble up. That's a really boring game. But white's bishop is so bad that black's better. See how he's got pressure here? And then he's defending it? Mm-hmm. Boo. See, bishops are terrible. We call those the Nakamura bishops. Today, Nakamura played Fabi in round 1, and Naka had the 2 bishops and they couldn't move, so he lost. Okay. See, he's got the back rank all protected. Yeah. Okay. And this is a very famous move. And this tied up the match. Mm-hmm. Fischer lost the first 2 games, and then he won and drew and won. So, yeah. Or did he? Yeah. Is that right? Or did he draw and then win? Yeah, I forgot because I wasn't born yet. All right. Now, you see how the queen defends this and this? That's called overworked.
Mm-hmm.
So what did Fischer do to, remove the defender? Did he sack his queen or sack his bishop?
Oh, I see. Sacked his bishop.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, and Spassky resigned, and you can see the numbers there. Don't be scared. See the numbers? Because if you take it and I take this,
Mm-hmm.
this is checkmate. You agree,
Mm-hmm.
and that's checkmate. And then the computer says this is the best move, because then you don't get mated so quickly. You get to save another move. Yeah, it does. Look, see, it says this is the best move. Queen E8. Yeah. So he resigned instead of getting mated. Bishop takes A4. That's like a tactics trainer kind of tactic, but 1972. Yeah. Seems like black's going forward. See these pieces, right? And then white didn't go forward. Yeah, that was a great strategical masterpiece. That was a good game. Yeah, somehow Fischer played good games. Prearranged, right? Yeah. Naka's having a rough streak. What, for 7 years? All right. The engine offers Spassky to resign. Yeah. What if Queen D2? Roman Ginjahashvili has a saying for these positions. You know what he says? He says, I'm looking, but I can't find a move that doesn't win. Yeah. So the engine says every move wins, but to win the most, you trade and then take on E4. Now black's up 2 pawns, threatening a third pawn and threatening mate.